Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Wrestling Tracks. Wrestling Tracks appreciate all of our fans. Every dollar that you donate to Wrestling Tracks goes for equipment and other awesome stuff to keep this show running. $10, you get a t-shirt. $20, one night only, a host of Wrestling Tracks. $30, write for us at WrestlingTracks.com. All you gotta do, Patreon.com/WrestlingTracks, and donate. No amount too big, no amount too small. Everything is just right. Thanks for joining Wrestling Tracks, and back to the show.
This is David Marvel Burton, one of the new hosts on Wrestling Tracks, and I am going to start off by talking about what just happened on Raw tonight. The whole Kurt Angle situation. For weeks upon weeks over the internet, people were talking about his love interest, that he was going to have a love interest that was going to be either Stephanie McMahon or Dixie Carter. And, me personally, I was hoping it wasn't Dixie Carter. So I ended up being right, and what I hoped for didn't happen at all. But what we got Kurt Angle and a son. So apparently Kurt Angle has a son, which is Jason Jordan of a former tag team, American Alpha. I'm interested to see how this storyline is going to play out over the weeks. Now that he has a son, and what's going to happen with that? Will this lead to Kurt Angle having another match? I think it's very possible. I think it's possible. Do know that Kurt Angle has spoken about wrestling another match. Not just a match, but several matches with the likes of Triple H, John Cena, even some of the newer talent, guys like Cesaro and Sheamus. He's even talked about having another go-around with Samoa Joe and AJ Styles, two guys he's wrestled several times during his time in TNA. And right now I'd like to bring up the main event, which just happened with Samoa Joe and Roman Reigns. Interesting match, but the match took a turn when Braun Strowman came out. Braun Strowman returned after not being seen since Great Balls of Fire, interfering in the match, attacking both men. Me personally, I was hoping that Samoa Joe would go over. All the stuff they did with Samoa Joe and Brock Lesnar going into Great Balls of Fire. Samoa Joe was used very, very well, in my opinion. He was used properly. I think he's doing the best work of his career right now. And it would have been a stupid decision to not have Samoa Joe face Brock Lesnar again in a rematch. But now, since they have Braun Strowman come out, interfere in the match, lay out both Roman Reigns and Samoa Joe, there's a lot of things that could be changed. Either all three of them could meet in a triple threat match, and the winner would go on to face Brock Lesnar, or it could either be a fatal four-way, Lesnar, Joe, Reigns, and Braun Strowman. Now, rumor has it Brock Lesnar is supposed to remain champion until WrestleMania, but a lot of things can happen between now and WrestleMania. I do not know what's going to happen with Brock Lesnar going forward, or Samoa Joe going forward. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens between them two, between now and SummerSlam. Another topic I want to bring up is Dean Ambrose and The Miz. Now, we've seen The Miz and Dean Ambrose go at it God knows how many times. It's getting pretty boring. But the interesting thing is Seth Rollins is now in the picture, and it looks like we may see a Shield reunion. I know a lot of people want to see a Shield reunion, and it's going to happen. It's definitely going to happen in due time. One of the things I noticed is that when The Miz and his Miztourage, stupid name, Miz and his Miztourage were attacking and laying out both Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins, the fans were chanting Roman Reigns. If a Chen from Roman Reigns to come out and perhaps aid both Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins. Well, another interesting story is I want to break away from Raw and move on into Battleground this Sunday. Now, the main event for Battleground this Sunday is going to be Jinder Mahal defending his title against Randy Orton at a Punjabi prison match. And it will be the first Punjabi prison match in over. No, not in over. It will be the first match in 10 years. It will be the third Punjabi prison match. Now, I'm actually a little surprised they put the title on Jinder Mahal in the first place. Very, very surprised. In my personal opinion, I think Jinder Mahal may lose the championship this Sunday to Randy Orton. I think Randy Orton's going to take the title, and I think he's going to drop the title to Baron Corbin, who is the current Money in the Bank ladder match winner. He holds the Money in the Bank ladder match contract. So I do think Randy Orton may take the title this Sunday and end up losing it to Baron Corbin, unless something changes. Another match that will take place at Battleground this Sunday is John Cena versus Rusev in a flag match. A flag match. My personal opinion, I think John Cena is going to go over again, which he normally does. He's going to go over. Right now, John Cena is he's the face of the company. But anyway, enough of John Cena, enough of Rusev. One of the things I'm going to talk about right now is TNA. Well, formerly TNA. Right now is GFW, Global Force Wrestling. Jeff Jarrett slipped in and got the name changed from TNA to Global Force Wrestling, which is a good thing. It's a change, it's different, it's new, and this is a chance for the former company, TNA, to start over, start fresh, and to get a new start and pretty much hit the reset button on their company. So right now, the company is still in a lot of disarray. They owe money. They're still in financial trouble. The current champion, Alberto El Patron, he's been in some trouble. He was involved in an incident at an airport involving drugs or whatever the case may be. And to be quite honest, he can't just stop leaving WWE alone. All he does is talk about WWE over and over and over and over again. And personally, I think it's a mistake on the company's part to put the title on Alberto El Patron. Right now, he's going through too much trouble. Too much trouble is bad for him, is bad for the company. And I do know right now that the company has suspended him indefinitely until this incident clears up with El Patron and the airport incident with him and Paige and his family. And it's just not looking good right now. They took this man and they're going to say, this is a guy we're going to have be the champion. He's going to be the champion. He's going to lead us into the next big explosion of our company. Right now, it's just a big mistake. Right now, he's all over TNA, Global Force Wrestling. I can't stop saying TNA. It's been TNA so long, so I'm still trying to get used to the Global Force Wrestling. This is my first show. I've never really done anything like this, so I'm a little bit nervous. So you have to excuse me. There's so much going on in the world of wrestling right now. I don't know if any of you heard of Glow. I'm going to focus on Glow right now real quick. The 1980s women's wrestling program, which is being redone and it's currently on Netflix. And I have to give the new show a praise. I have to praise the new show. It's very good, and I suggest some of you listeners check it out. It's currently on Netflix. It's in its first season, and the show features appearances from several wrestlers in the business. There's Carlito, there's John Morrison, Kong is on the show, The Addiction, Kazarian, and Christopher Daniels. The former Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Champion is also on the show, as is Brodus Clay. And it's a very good show, much to my surprise. I really didn't give the show too much of a chance. I watched the first 2 episodes. It went very, very well. And I ended up watching the entire first season. It's very good. I suggest some of you people give it a chance and check it out. And right now I like to focus on SummerSlam. So SummerSlam is coming up next month. Sasha Banks, who will face Bayley next week on Raw. And the winner of that match will face the Raw Women's Champion, Alexa Bliss. So that's one match that will take place at SummerSlam. We also know the Universal Championship will be on the line at SummerSlam as well. And I'm interested to see what's going to happen. What other stories are going to play out leading up to SummerSlam? Who the WWE Champion is going to be? Of course, I personally feel Randy Orton is going to take the championship from Jinder Mahal, which could end up leading to another match between the two of them at SummerSlam. And another thing I want to focus on right now, I want to switch gears and focus on the Mae Young Classic. Now, I know there's been several qualifier matches that have taken place. There's been over 30 women who are going to compete in this tournament, some of them who've already signed with the company, and some women who are not signed with the company. There are going to be several different women from all across the country in several different states. The Classic will be called by Hall of Famers Lita and Jim Ross. They're going to call the action. And it's going to be very, very interesting. It's going to be a good tournament, as what we've seen from the UK Tournament Classic and the Cruiserweight Tournament Classic. I'm very, very interested and very, very looking forward to seeing this tournament. There's going to be a lot of interesting matches, a lot of interesting pairings, and I'm interested to see who's going to take that tournament and win. I do know one of the participants in the tournament is Tessa Blanchard, who is the daughter of the WWE Hall of Famer and wrestling legend Tully Blanchard. She's participating in the tournament. Mia Yim is participating in the tournament. She used to wrestle for TNA as a member of the Dollhouse with Taryn Terrell and Rebel and several other women who are in that group. So I'm very, very looking forward to that. I'm also going to be looking forward to the next NXT TakeOver, which is the night before SummerSlam. One of the main matches that are going to be featured on this card is Bobby Roode. He's going to defend the NXT Championship against Drew McIntyre, who returned to the WWE on NXT not too long ago. And I personally feel Bobby Roode will lose the championship. And right now, I think Bobby Roode is doing some of the best work of his career right now. NXT is continuing to flourish. NXT is continuing to do well. They're getting a bunch of new talent. They just recently signed Bobby Fish, a former ROH World Tag Team Champion. So he is the newest signee to NXT. Kyle O'Reilly, who just wrestled a match at one of the NXT tapings. So he will be seen on NXT in a couple of weeks. Both Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish, the former ROH Tag Team Champions known as Red Dragon. And I've said for years, I was hoping that WWE would grab them up and snatch them up and just let them shine on NXT. And I do not know. I'm not sure if he has signed with the company yet, Kyle O'Reilly. I'm not sure if he has signed with the company. There's been no word on if he's signed. Triple H has announced Bobby Fish has signed, so it's official. He's officially on NXT. Ember Moon, who will challenge the reigning NXT Women's Champion, Asuka. Asuka's been NXT Women's Champion for over 400 days, and she has beaten everybody. She's had tremendous matches, and she has beaten everybody. She's been the dominant force behind the NXT Women's division, and I really don't know who's going to be the person to take that championship off of her. She is dominant. She has been in control. I've always been impressed with her work. I admire her work. She's an amazing talent, and she's going to go far, very far in the WWE if she's used the right way. Her matches have just been amazing. Her last man standing match which she had with Nikki Cross was just an absolute classic. Tremendous classic. Tremendous classic. Right now, another issue I want to focus on right now is the G1 Climax. I'm going to turn things to New Japan right now. New Japan Pro Wrestling. Right now, they're just expanding. They're going to do several shows here in the United States. They started with the G1 Classic, which was tremendous. One of the best wrestling shows of the year. Kenny Omega was crowned the first ever IWGP United States champion, which is interesting because AJ Styles, who just recently won the WWE United States Championship, defeating Kevin Owens at Madison Square Garden at a house show last week, which is rare because a lot of championships do not change hands on house shows. But anyway, back to New Japan. New Japan right now is just on fire. I mean, it's on fire. If any of you have not seen a New Japan show, please check it out. Please check out New Japan Pro Wrestling show. They have a streaming service which is similar to the WWE Network. It's called New Japan World, and it's at the same price as the WWE Network. It's $9.99. Please look that up. Subscribe to it. There's countless matches. I mean, tremendous classics. AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura. You get to see all the Wrestle Kingdoms, all the live events, live, just like the network, live pay-per-views. You get to see classic matches and classic shows. I mean, it's just awesome. You gotta check it out. It's a tremendous show. And right now I'm going to look into the WWE newest shows here. They got some new shows coming up for the WWE Network. But anyway, I'm going to focus back on tomorrow's SmackDown. Tomorrow night's SmackDown, which will feature a tag team match. It's going to be AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura against Kevin Owens and Baron Corbin, which is going to be a prelude to the tag team, excuse me, I'm getting nervous. This is my first show. It's going to be a prelude to the matches at Battleground this Sunday. AJ Styles is going to defend the U.S. title against Kevin Owens. I didn't see the match at the Garden. I wasn't there, but I am looking forward to this match. I know this match is going to be good. They have the potential to steal the show. Kevin Owens is perhaps one of the best wrestlers in the company right now. AJ Styles is one of the best wrestlers in the world. So they have the potential to steal the show. Nakamura and Baron Corbin, I think they're going to have an excellent match. That match also has the ability to be in a show stealer. Right now, what I like to do right now is give you some of the results that took place in the G1 special, the New Japan G1 special that took place in Long Beach, California, which I just mentioned. And it went on for 2 nights. That's right, 2 nights. Cody Rhodes, the current ROH World Heavyweight Champion, he challenged for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship in the main event of the first night. And I'm about to read you the results right now of this show. I mean, you have to check this out. You got Chaos, Beretta, and the Briscoe brothers, Rocky Romero and Will Ospreay defeated the Bullet Club. The Young Bucks, Matt Luxfather, and Yoshihiro Takahashi, if I pronounced his name right. That was a great match. You got Bushido, Takahashi, and Sonata defeated Dragon Lila. Jushin Thunder Liger, Titan, and Rattlero Jr. You have Jay Lethal, who defeated Hangman Page in the first round of the United States Championship Tournament. Jackson Porter Jr. defeated Juice Robinson in another first-round match for the U.S. title tournament. You have Jay White, David Finlay, Hiroshi Tanahashi, and Kushida. And Takahashi Japan, they defeated Hunter Club, Billy Gunn, the Temple Boys, in an 8-man tag match. War Machine, one of the best tag teams in the world right now. Hanson and Randy Rowe defeated Gorillas of Destiny, Bullet Club members Tonga Rowe and Tama Tonga. And a no DQ match for the IWGP Tag Team titles. And you have another match, Kenny Omega, who defeated Michael Ingram in another first-round tournament match. Okada, who defeated Cody Rhodes and retained the IWGP Championship. They stole the show in that match. It was a 2-night show. I wish I was there to see the show. One of the things I always wanted to do was always see a New Japan show live. Always. And hopefully one day I'll be able to do that. Kenny Omega, who went on to win the tournament, as he defeated 3 people. He defeated Egwin, he defeated Jay Lethal, and he defeated Tomohiro Ishii in the final match that went over 30 minutes. Very, very good match. And so many things. And the show is broadcast in English. That's right, it's broadcast in English, a commentary team, which was done by Kevin Kelly and Don Callis, the former stylist of ECW, which brings me back to the WWE Network. WWE Network just recently added WWE's version of ECW, which was horrible. It was horrible. It sucked from the beginning. I gave it a chance, but ECW on the Vince McMahon's vision was doomed to fail. It was doomed to fail from the start. You know, Vince McMahon's vision, ECW, there was no way it was going to work. It was fairly complete. It was not going to work at all. At all. Had he let Paul Heyman run the show and let him do his own thing, with Vince not having any input in it, it would have succeeded. But Vince behind it just killed it all. I mean, he just destroyed it. It was horrible. It was horrendous. I hated it. It was just terrible. Terrible. Completely terrible. And another thing that made news here in the wrestling world is, let me see here. Slammiversary. Slammiversary made news, which was the most recent pay-per-view, and it was the final pay-per-view under the TNA name. The TNA name has become just awful. I mean, awful. Completely awful. It's like ISIS. That's how bad that TNA name has gotten. One of the big things they did was get rid of that TNA name. The Slammiversary pay-per-view was passable. It was okay. It was decent. Could have been better. One of the main things that happened on that show was Lashley losing the TNA World Championship to Alberto Alcatraz. One of the more interesting matches I want to talk about on that card is the is the Joseph Park match. He teamed with announcer Jeremy Borash to take on Josh Matthews and Scott Steiner. A lot of interesting things happened in that match. We've seen Shark Boy make an appearance. Abyss's former manager James Mitchell made an appearance and got involved in the match. It was a very, very interesting match. Scott Steiner and the Climax came with Scott Steiner and Josh Matthews and beating down on Jeremy Borash, and Abyss came out of nowhere and cleaned house. And the match ended with Abyss taking out Josh Matthews and slamming him on the power thumbtacks to get the win for him and Borash. So pretty much Joseph Park and Jeremy Borash won the match. It was an interesting, very, very interesting match. Complex match. It was weird. It was a weird match. Davey Richards, Eddie Edwards went at it. They had somewhat of a hardcore match. The Vibes were involved in the match. They were their tag team partners. Good match. Could have been better. The cards were passable. If I had to give the entire show, I might take 1 to 5 stars. I'll give it a 3. That's right, a 3. Because I'm not a big Dave Meltzer fan or Brian Alvarez. I think Meltzer wouldn't know a good match if it slapped him in his face. Let me tell you a little story about Dave Meltzer. I'm not big on Dave Meltzer. I'm not a fan. He has the infamous 5 stars that he gets, which is legendary throughout the business. And over the last 30-something years, there hasn't been a lot of matches that have gotten 5 stars. Not at all, which is sad. He shits on WWE, and I do believe only 2 WWE matches have gotten 5 stars out of the last 20, 30-something years, which is bullshit. Because if you look at all the matches that have happened and have gone on over those years, I mean, you got Kurt Angle and Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels Iron Man match, Davey Boy Smith, Bret Hart, SummerSlam 92 match. I mean, the guy just wouldn't know a good match if it slapped him in the face. At all. At all. And I do want to talk about Great Balls of Fire. I went to the Great Balls of Fire pay-per-view. It was my first WWE pay-per-view in Dallas, Texas. I thought it was a pretty good show. Brock Lesnar and Samoa Joe came out there. Nice match, good match, solid match. It didn't go too long. It was a good match. Brock Lesnar and Samoa Joe went out there and they put on a clinic for the short time they were out there. Samoa Joe went out there and kicked ass. I mean, soon after the match didn't even start. He attacked Lesnar before the bell rang, put Brock through the table. He attempted to beat Brock with the Coquina clutch, and it looked like he was going to win. At one point, Brock looked like he was going to pass out. His face was turning red. He went down to one knee. He was able to counter one Coquina clutch with a sidewalk slam, and he had counted a second time and put him away with the F5, ending a decent match. The 30-minute Iron Man match with Cesaro and Sheamus against the Hardy Boys. The match started off slow. It picked up later on. Very, very good, solid match. I was thoroughly entertained by the match. I thought the match was good. And All in all, I thought it was a good show. The Braun Strowman, Roman Reigns ambulance match. Those two went at it. They beat the hell out of each other. And I know the company is PG right now, to be honest. That wasn't much of a PG pay-per-view. There were a lot of blood in that match. There was a lot of blood in the ambulance match, especially after Roman crashed the ambulance into that tractor trailer. Roman Reigns taking out Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman losing a lot of blood. Dean Ambrose bled. Matt Hardy bled. There was a lot of blood on that show. It was a very, very good pay-per-view, and I can't wait to go back to the next WWE pay-per-view that comes in Dallas. It was a very, very good show. The people went in on the referees, chanting, "Ref, you suck." At one point, it looked like the ref did hit 3 when when Jeff Hardy pinned Sheamus. But the referee, what happened was the referee was out of position. He jumped over both Hardy and Sheamus, and Hardy had Sheamus covered. His hand hit the net. So I guess that's what the fans mistook for a 1 count. Then he counted 1, 2, and Sheamus did kick out. It wasn't 2. But the referees went in. They did their job. They did their job well, and the fans just went in on the referees. Went in on the referees. Gave the referees a hard time. And, man, what a show. That was an interesting show. What I'd like to do right now is to give you the card for this Sunday's Battleground. This is the most recent card for Battleground this Sunday. It will be John Cena versus Rusev in a flag match. I think Cena's going to go over. We got Shinsuke Nakamura versus Baron Corbin. I think Baron Corbin's going to take that match. He'll go over. You got the fatal 5-way elimination match. The winner will face Naomi at SummerSlam. For the SmackDown Women's Championship, you got Lana. You got, who else is in this match? Lana, Becky Lynch, Charlotte, Natalya, and you have Tamina Snuka. I'm not sure who's going to win this match. I'll probably give the match to Charlotte. I think Charlotte will take the match, in my opinion. I think Charlotte would definitely take that match. And she'll go on to SummerSlam and challenge for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Let's see. Of course, they put John B. Prison match for the WWE Championship. I said earlier, I think Randy's going to take it and become the new WWE Champion. You got the Usos. They will challenge for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. They will face the Usos will defend the Tag Team title, against the New Day. This one, I'm not too sure about. I'll probably go with the New Day. If the New Day wins, I wonder how long the New Day will be named Tag Team Champions. So that'll be interesting to see. If the New Day does win, how long will they be champions? They had a very long Tag Team title reign while they were on Raw. They broke Demolission's record of 483 days, I believe. And I believe that's it. Yeah, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 matches. No, 6, excuse me. 6 matches. I think AJ will go over on Kevin Owens. Baron Corbin will go over Nakamura. Charlotte will go over in the Fatal 5-Way. The New Day will go over in the SmackDown Tag Team title match. And John Cena will go over Rusev, and Randy Orton will go over Jinder Mahal and become the new WWE Champion. And that is my prediction for the entire Battleground pay-per-view. And NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 3 will take place next month in Brooklyn, New York, which will be the first of 4 shows that will take place in Brooklyn. It would be in the Barclays Center for 4 days straight. It would start with NXT TakeOver on Saturday, SummerSlam Sunday, Monday Raw, and Tuesday SmackDown Live. And right now there's only 2 matches on the card. Bobby Roode will defend his NXT Championship against Drew McIntyre. Asuka will defend the NXT Women's Championship against Ember Moon. That's right, there's only 2 matches made for that card. I'm not sure what other matches are going to take place on the show, but I'm going to be watching. I'm going to be very, very interested to see what happens. Right now, let's focus on the WWE Network. And the upcoming programs that are going to take place on the WWE Network, you have the UK Wrestling Show, a wrestling show which is exclusive for the UK wrestling talent. Pete Dunne, the current and reigning and defending UK champion. He's currently defending the UK Championship on NXT. I do not know what has taken the WWE so long to get the ball rolling on this show. It's been several months since they've announced this wrestling show and has yet to take place in the air on the network. The Mae Young Classic, which will be a 2-day tournament showcasing the women's division. These are the 2 most recent upcoming shows that are going to take place on the network. The network has lost several shows. That's right, the network has lost several shows. One of the shows is Talking Smack. A lot of people are upset about Talking Smack being taken off the network. I've never really seen Talking Smack. I've seen it once or twice. It's very good. I'm actually surprised a lot of the fans are upset about this. Me personally, I think it was taken off to make room for another WWE Network show, in my personal opinion, which is probably the reason why they've taken the show off in the first place. That's my personal opinion on it. That's my take on it. I really don't know why they took it off. The show was doing very well. People were watching. People were excited about the show. And now that the show is gone, people are angry. So, raise a lot of eyebrows. I don't know where they're going to go from here. I don't know which show will replace Talking Smack. I don't know what they have planned. Man. Okay, now, here's a good thing. I am going to give my personal opinion on some of the things that is pissing me off about the wrestling business. You know, there are a lot of crazy things that drive me crazy about the wrestling business. A lot of fans, these Johnny-come-latelys that whine and moan and complain about the business. They talk about so much stuff that I totally just don't get. You know, people talk about how great some of these wrestlers are, these indie guys. Half of them are not very good. They talk about the Young Bucks and how good they are. The Young Bucks, I was never high on them. You know, people say they're a great team. I give them that. They're exciting to watch. They're a bunch of spot monkeys. Not that I'm saying there's anything wrong with that. And people say they're a great team, but 37 super kicks from one match doesn't make you a great team. They're not the Hart Foundation. They're not the Minnesota Wrecking Crew or the Road Warriors or the Dudleys. You know, in my opinion, they don't do much for me. I'm not high on them. I know a lot of people blow smoke up Kenny Omega. He's a good talent. He's a great wrestler. He's good. I don't want to say he's one of the very best in the world, but he's good. There's a bunch of other talent who are better than Kenny Omega, in my opinion. That can wrestle circles around him. He's good. He's talented. He can hold up his end of the bargain. He knows how to have a good match. He can follow. He can lead. But in my opinion, I just don't see all of that aura on him. You know, he's good. He's okay, but he's not like a Cesaro or an AJ Styles or Chris Jericho or Seth Rollins. You know, me personally right now, I think some of the best wrestlers in the WWE right now is Seth Rollins, AJ Styles, Kevin Owens, Cesaro. A lot of the indie guys that Triple H snatched up. There's a lot of great talent. And a lot of them are not being recognized for their work. A lot of wrestlers are not being given a chance to shine because of the old man. You know who I'm talking about. I'm not going to mention his name. That's another thing that's pissing me off in the wrestling business is he's so out of touch. So out of touch. I think time has passed him by. He's still relying on the big guys. Not that there's anything wrong with that, Vince. That's right, I said Vince. He likes his big guys. Right now he's trying to push Roman Reigns and label him as the next big star, the guy to precede John Cena. He's currently pushing Braun Strowman. You know, a lot of people are talking about what's going on with Roman Reigns, why he's not getting over as the next big baby face. To be honest, people do not want to see Roman Reigns in that spot. They do not want to see Roman Reigns in that picture. But right now, I think the best thing for them to do is to turn Roman Reigns heel. That's my personal opinion. I think Roman Reigns needs to turn heel. I think they need to take some of these cruiserweights and get them out of their bubble and have them go on and wrestle some guys that are not cruiserweight, guys like The Miz, guys like Seth Rollins or Samoa Joe. You know, get these cruiserweights out of the little bubble because they're all secluded in their inner circle. And they wrestle each other on 205 Live, which is good. That's a plus. Great show, good talent, good matches, but I think they need to branch out of that circle. You know, there's nothing wrong with guys like Neville competing for an Intercontinental Championship match or a Universal Championship match. Another thing that just made news I want to make light on is Austin Aries. Austin Aries, who just left WWE, departed the company. And we don't know too much of his backstory. My understanding is that he chose to be released. He asked for his release, and his release was granted. So Austin Aries is out of the company. In my personal opinion, I don't think the company would have released Austin Aries just to release him and make room for more talent or budget cuts or whatever the case may be. I think WWE wants to hold on to as many talent as much as possible due to the overwhelming success that New Japan right now is getting. New Japan's kicking ass right now. All Japan's kicking ass right now. And right now the wrestling business is at a high. I think it's on its way of being at a high right now. You know, the indie scene is doing tremendously well. You know, Global Force Wrestling is still around. ROH is still kicking butt. Cody is doing the best work in his career. He's the current reigning and defending ROH World Heavyweight Champion. He had an awesome match with Christopher Daniels, the guy who took the title from. And right now, I think WWE wants to hold on and keep as much talent on their roster as possible. So I don't think they're going to release anybody unless they really, really have to. And when I found out about the news, I automatically thought, okay, he must have asked for his release. There's no way, in my personal opinion, that WWE would let Austin Aries go. No way. No way at all. Speaking of WWE, I want to go back to the WWE Network. WWE Network has just recently added episodes of WCW Saturday Night. That's right, WCW Saturday Night, excuse me. I'm still nervous. This is my first. The hell?
Racetrack was raised in the South, where the 4 seasons are summer, summer, Soda-Palooza, and summer. Down here, the weather's always as hot as our coffee, and that's real hot. That's why our soda, tea, and frozen drinks are real cold, and our refills are real free. Stop by Racetrack and get your Soda-Palooza cup for just $11.99, or download the Racetrack app to get $2 off while supplies last. Offer ends 7/31.